Welcome, welcome. I looked in the corner. That's not a good introduction. I'm like, there's not even anything there. I just looked there just to stretch out my eyes for the tournament. Welcome, welcome everyone to Chess with TV episode 146. Today is June 18th. 2015, and we're doing something fan requested today. I got a post in the team forum the other day. It said, hey, Chess Whiz, wouldn't it be nice if we had some slower chess so we could learn, so our items could learn? The English wasn't quite perfect. I like it when my items learn. So we're going to have some slower chess. I was like, well, we should do that because learning is good. But then idea occurred. Why not invite all of you to play slower chess with me? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have a tournament open to the viewers today. Where anyone can join in who's also watching. So if you're watching right now, you can join in on the tournament. It's going to be some slower chess. Of course, you can just watch the stream. That's all right, too. You don't have to join. If there's just 2 people in the tournament, then I'll just play the other guy over and over and over and over. That'll make a good show, too. I'll enjoy it. So it's completely optional. There's not any special prize at the end. It's just for fun, you know. Maybe we'll learn a thing or two. So let's create the tournament first of all. Here we are at the website lichess.org, or is it lichess? I'm not even sure. Play tournament. So we thought it would be create a new tournament. We thought it would be a 8-minute tournament, but I see now it's 7 is the longest you can do. So we'll do 7 in 2 seconds. That's the longest, slowest tournament. So maximal learning. Maximal learning for this tournament. It's impossible to play a slower, more learnful tournament. It's going to be a 50-minute. And there is no time before the tournament starts. I guess 1 minute. Oh, no. Okay, so 1 minute. So that maybe there will be no one that joins. 1 minute's not very long. Let's paste this link here in the chat. So if you want to join the tournament, you can just join right there. And then we're going to start. It's starting in 1 minute, which is very, very quickly. Look at that. Freddie is ready to go. Ready, Freddie. And it's a rated tournament, which means my rating is going to go way up. Because you can see I'm only 1588 because I hardly ever play classical. So this is already looking to be a nice, strong tournament with Rondep and Freddie joining. And I will say hello. Streaming live. Stream. There's something wrong with my keyboard. Live at, sometimes it doesn't put the right number of characters in. Twitch.tv/chesswiz. Good luck, everyone. So a couple of viewers are joining in here. This is going to be a nice tournament here. We've already got 8 players. Slower chess, so there's no rush. 2-second increment, 7 minutes on the clock. So nice slow tournament. Looking forward to this, starting in 5 seconds. So with the competition, we're definitely going to have some good games. It's definitely going to be educational, which is the point. So starting now. And now it started. Chess against SRXA, one of the Chess with TV regulars. I'm playing E4. It's one of my favorite openings. This move right here. It's one of Bobby Fischer's favorites. Even though he's dead, it's still one of his favorites. Knight F3, the most popular move. So far, I'm playing like a grandmaster. Let's see if we can keep it that way. Unfortunately, the tournament doesn't have the right proportion between time, which, by the way, why is... Oh, the moves are showing up here, which is hiding my time. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, he's playing the Latvian gambit. This is a problem. What do I take? Oh, no, so many free pawns. I'm so confabulated. I'm zabulated. I'm going to take this one. Let's see if I can change my preferences here that says move list while playing, not on slow games. Let's see if that... Oh, there we go. Now you can see my time. So there's not a good proportion between tournament time, which is 50 minutes, and game time, which is 7-2. That's not enough tournament time for game time because you're only going to get maybe 4, 5, 6 games for the entire tournament, which means every game is critical. Of course, winning a game really quickly is nice too. I think d4 protecting my knight would be really nice here. I should know more moves in the Latvian, but I'm just about out of the opening already in terms of my opening knowledge. But I'm pretty happy with my position. If takes and knight c3, he cannot guard with d5 because I could just take that. So he can't easily guard that at all. He kicks the knight. I think knight c4 here. If knight f3 takes attacking my knight, it's not too comfortable. Bishop c5. Bishop b5 doesn't do anything. I guess knight c4. I'm sure this isn't right. We were already out of the book, but that's okay. Maybe we'll learn something. Nice slow game. We've used up just a minute each, and we've got 6 more to go. So These tournaments are never exactly fair because whoever gets the most points wins, and a point comes from winning a game. So if you play quick games, then you get more points than if you play slow games. So there's just some random variance about how long your games take, and that definitely plays into how many points you have by the end of it. So sometimes the strongest player doesn't always win the tournament, but that's okay. It kind of makes it more exciting for everyone. Let's look at the stats here. See, no one's finished their first game. That's good. Very, very good. So queen g6. I want to get my bishops moved and I want a castle. So let's play bishop e3. This isn't very good, really. I am not happy with my position. Very strange, because the Latvian gambit's not good for black, because maybe I should have just captured this way instead of the knight capture on e5. Maybe that's the way to play it. Take, yeah, then he pushes, and then knight e5, and followed by d4 protecting it. Yeah, maybe that's the best way to play. I'll have to look up the Latvian gambit. How do I enter, says Looking Glass Elf. Looking Glass, you can enter this tournament. Simply click the link that I've just pasted in the chat there, and you can enter this tournament. We're in the beginning throes of this tournament, if you know what I mean. If throes is a word in that context. I'm actually considering castling queenside. It's very exotic, but you know, with the position we've got here, it just feels like I might do it. Either way is a possibility. I could play bishop e2 and castle kingside, but you know, this g pawn is a little bit hard to defend. So queenside maybe solves that problem. If I go queenside, then I move the bishop. If he takes here, then I've got rook g1, and the queen has to move. I've got some play for it, but let's see what he does. If he if he castles kingside, then he won't want to take g2 because it opened up his own king. Opposite side castling games are very exciting and sharp. Yeah, let's castle now because I don't want to hang that g-pawn. And I don't really want to push it to g3 because that creates some definite weaknesses on the light squares. f3 is no longer guardable by a pawn after I play g3. And that's a real problem. Having a square that's deep in your own camp like this that pawns can never attack, especially when it's guarded by an enemy pawn like this, that can become an outpost for an enemy piece. Definitely not something you want to just do without thinking it over first. So, gotta decide if I'm going to move this bishop. Yeah, I'm going to move it now. So now if he takes rook g1, queen has to move. Okay, I guess he'll take my other pawn, and then bam! You know, things get exciting, and I don't really mind having these open files. It's hard to get my rooks active right now because we don't know what's going to happen in the center, but if he takes g2, problem solved. So I am willing to leave the g-pawn undefended. We'll see if he takes it. I think knight a5 here. It is way out in the boonies, but I mean, let's check the alternatives. Knight a3 seems definitely worse. I mean, there aren't a lot of good choices. I've got knight a3 or knight a5, and so we'll go a5. The problem with a3 is obviously you get forked by a pawn, not comfortable. So here I'm stopping the knight from going to c6. I'm stopping the bishop from going to c7. I'm definitely preventing some development. Now the knight is really, really stupid looking on the side of the board. Really bad. I mean, it couldn't really be that much worse unless I guess it were on one of those two squares. But it's pretty bad. So I'm hoping to give it some kind of future in the future. That's the best time to give something the future, if you know what I mean. Where does my other knight go? And not like a knight b1. Not like a knight a4. This is obnoxious. He's going to castle kingside, I'm pretty sure, with his pawn storming going on here. Yeah. Knight a4, then bishop d7. Attacking my knight again. Then what, b3, and I have to take that way? That's not very good. Click join. I'm typing in chat here. But there aren't any other good options. I mean, knight b1, maybe knight b1. I mean, at least it doesn't get attacked again right away. Okay, knight b1. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why did I castle queenside? I don't know. But I already don't like my position. Amazing, because I've got the white pieces I should have a nice advantage, and instead I'm just frowning at it. So I think maybe I want to play d5. It definitely kind of cramps up his position. Whereas if he plays d5, he really solidifies his center in a, whoops, too late, in a strong, strong way. So unhappy yet again. Now I've got to bring out the rest of my pieces, and in this case it's rooks. I could play c3, but there's a danger of opening up the queen side when he's going to castle king side. So I think I need to scare him a little bit on the king side, maybe h4, maybe f3, something that keeps his attention away from the fact that he's just steamrolling me in this direction, because that's going to get worse and worse over time if I don't stir up some counterplay. So I think h4. Keep it exciting. Looking Glass Elf is in the tournament. Let's take a peek. We've got a win for Freddy 1201. He's got the first game finished. And look at that, 11 players. Nice big tournament. Join Von Popul Arena. No, I won't join that arena. Nice try. Do I take or not? I think not. I could play H5. Or I could play F3. Those are the moves I'm thinking about here. I don't really mind losing this bishop. I mean, it's true, it's bishop for knight. That could be good for him. But on the other hand, it's a really blocked in bishop by these two pawns. So it's kind of nice to get that bad bishop off the board. This knight is starting to look like it could have some life going that direction. So let's just kick it and see how it goes. I want to be careful to cover g5 because this could become really painful here if the wrong things happen. For example, h5, the queen moves. Later he takes my knight and then bishop in. You know, let's say the queen moves. I don't know where the queen moves here, and it could get. I could lose my queen. That's what I'm trying to say to an ugly pin. So I'll have to watch out for that. Wow, a spammer indeed. Whisper 22. I have a button for you. Something wrong with my client here. Ban user. Ban user. Ban! Whisper 22 has been banned. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, he's given up something. No, I've given up something. Somebody gave up something. I think rook g1 immediately here. He can't take that. He can't take that. Is queen trapped, man? Is his queen trapped? If I play rook g1, you can't go back. You can't go this file. And over here, he's just got that's guarded, that's guarded, that's guarded. I don't know. I don't know what he's planning. I could take that easily. So there's no problem there. Yeah, I think he's got a problem. He just walked into a trap. The g2 pawn was a poisoned pawn, ladies and gentlemen. Not a safe capture there. He was looking really, really good, and I think that he actually made too many moves over here. I mean, the knight down and the queen down, I think those are mistakes. Instead, he should maybe castle, but also just open up this side of the board. So maybe c5, bishop d7 was nice, and get his pawns rolling a little bit further, because he has definitely good attacking chances here, but they're definitely a little bit less when he's missing his queen. So that's definitely hurt his chances for sure. Definitely, for sure. I might be redundant there. I might have just said for sure and definitely in the same sentence, but we'll get back to you on that. My opponent is in the stream chat, and he says that he slipped. That would explain. Oh, he slipped. He mouse slipped. Oh, is there a take back? Oh, and you can't do take backs? No, he mouse slipped. Mouse slip is a technical term. It means you clicked something you didn't mean to. He says he meant to play queen g3, which would be much better because his queen wouldn't get trapped. Which is kind of cool also because it pins this pawn I can't take right away. So that would have been nice if he hadn't mouse slipped, because now he's stuck. And there is no take-back. Propose a take-back is grayed out. I think that's because we're in an official chess tournament. It's preventing us from doing take-backs. It's unfortunate because I would certainly grant a take-back to this gentleman, SRXA, which stands for Super Rantastic X-Ray. Super Rantastic. It doesn't stand for that. I wonder what it stands for. Skura. Maybe. So I just have to play a little smart and I'll win. I don't feel gentlemanly enough to not win. Gentlemanly enough. So I think I'll just win. At least he can get a rook for the queen. Yes, I agree with Solus. I agree. If you're watching on YouTube, you're really missing out because you can't join the tournament by now because you're in the future, I'm in the past, the tournament is gone. So that's too bad, but maybe next time you can watch live. The show is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. GMT. You'll have to do the math for your local time zone. But it's every week, twice a week, so tune in for that. Knight c6 looks pretty strong, hitting that bishop for threatening checkmate. It's really, really hard for him to defend this bishop again because the knights cannot guard things right next to themselves in one move like that. The bishop's on the wrong color, the rooks can't get to it, so I really think he's going to have a hard time guarding that bishop, which is pinned. So let's just play this move and see how he squirms. I actually think he might have to castle and give up the bishop, which is pretty painful considering he just gave up a queen. That's going to set him back even further. I wonder what my best play would be then. I would have queen e6 check, and even if rook blocks, I can still pick up the bishop. So that's pretty pleasant. If king h8, and take the bishop, He resigns. Doesn't matter, because I got the queen. So, okay, Chess was in first place. I'm not sure why, because Base Master also in first. Emerald in first, but he got bored, so he left. That's what the flag means. And Freddy also in first. A lot of people in first, but I think Freddy is the most first, because he got to first, and now he's probably finishing up his second game here against Jay Postuma. And that's their game going on. It's a really close one because their ratings are really close. So I don't have time to watch that because I want to join my next game. But I can. I just have to wait for it. So I'll do that. We're waiting. Waiting in Korean. Waiting good. That's not what they say in Korean. Oh, game 2 against Grandmaster Edwin. Let's go, go, go. I'll play e4 against this guy. So this guy, he's got the question markers on his name. So tells us that his rating doesn't mean anything. It's a provisional rating, as they say. But you can see he's got a 277 solidified bullet rating of 1876. So now that we've checked out his rating, let's check out the chessboard. Let's play a Pirc defense. I know it's pronounced Pirc. It's P-I-R-C. But a lot of people in my country say Perk, and I say it's not pronounced Perk, and they just say Perk. Anyway, it really obnoxifies me. I think it's pronounced Pirc, not Perk. So I'm being very conservative, blocking these two pawns here, these F pawn and C pawn. I am not moving them forward. Instead, I'm being very ungreedy. Not really a GM. That's correct, Rum Junkie. He's actually a genetically modified ingredient D-Win. He put GM in his username. I could be Chesswiz, and that would not make me a GM either. The real GMs have, let me show you. Play, community, players. So this is the players tab. You can find it in the community tab at the top of the website. And these yellowy things, that's what the real title comes from, is yellow. So here's an international master, Penguin IM1. Penguin, I can't pronounce it. IMs are hard to pronounce, right? So there's some FIDE masters, there's some LMs, which don't mean anything. And there's no, oh, there's a GM right over there, Chess Bras. So, yeah, GM. That's the real GM. You got to watch for the orange, otherwise it's counterfeit. I'm actually considering H3 because I don't want him to come here and take the bishop that I'm planning to move to E3, but he would be spending a lot of moves on that, but I really don't want him to do it because this bishop counters this bishop. He invested a lot of moves in that bishop, if you know what I mean. So I'm actually going to come out here. H3 is so tempting. I've got the time for it. I've got all this center. It's not like I need to... It's not like I need to rush to bring out my pieces, but let's rush anyway. Bishop G5. I didn't, Bishop E3 seems like the right square. Guarding this pawn, allowing Queen D2 and Bishop H6 for the trade-off that awesome bishop. But I don't like Knight G4. So I could play H3. We've talked about this. And it does prevent Knight G4. However, it's a little slow. I want to bring out my pieces quickly. The idea is someday someone's going to make a move where it's important that you brought your pieces off the back rank. And at that point, I'll be glad I did. So Queen D2 is the next play, and then we've got the rooks coming into the center, and then we'll just see what happens. I probably should have played H3. But I'm not losing yet. We'll see how it goes. E5. I instinctively, because I'm not that great of a chess player, instinctively want to just play D5 right now, just without even thinking about anything. I just want to D5, because the bishop then becomes blocked in by this pawn. Bishops blocked by knights that's meaningless. Knights can just jump out of the way anytime they please, jump. But these pawns are blocked by pawns. They do not jump. This thing's going to be stuck here for a long time if I push D5. So that's why it's tempting to do so. The bishop gets shut down. On the other hand, it sets up his pawn chain like this, which allows him to break right here. F5 would be a great pawn break for him. Whereas my break, since my pawns are like this, would be with the C pawn. So I've got to do this. It would take me a while to do that because my knight is in the way. So if I do push this, the dynamic of the position definitely changes. Now let's look at the alternatives. If I take the pawn, he's got two defenders. He takes with knight, probably take, then take with pawn, take. Nothing good comes of that. Nothing comes of it at all. If I leave it there, I guess he'll take me. He's got a pretty good square on E4, plus the bishop is activated on this diagonal. I don't really like that. So I think I'll just push. So this is a closed position. Somebody's going to break this center. He's either going to play F5 or C6. I'm either going to play C4, C5, or F4. Now, generally speaking, you want to break the center. Let's play back here now. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe maintain the pin. I guess I'll maintain the pin. You generally want to break the center in the direction of the pawn chain where you have more space. So here his pawn chain's running this direction, so he has more space in this area of the board. That means he wants to break the pawn chain in this part of the board, not the alternative, which would be c6, because he has less space over there. He's not going to get some amazing play on the queen side. Meanwhile, my pawn chain is pointing this way, so I've got more space in this area of the board, making me want to push my pawn up this way. Wah, 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 wah. And of course, he's making a prophylactic move just to show off how he can pronounce prophylactic. I'm going to let him do that. I think just queen d2. Finish my development. And maybe c4, c5. Yeah, I think I want to... You know, it's so tempting to play f4 because it's on the king side where the kings are. So I want to checkmate those kings, right? Oh, there's a king over there. Guess I should checkmate that, right? So I want to play f4. It's so tempting, but it's not the right move for this position because of what I explained about the space difference. My pawn chain is pointing to the queen side. I think I need to play bishop d3 to hold this center together. Now I see he played a5 to protect the knight against a stabbing attack. Yeah, I guess I have to play bishop d3. Not too happy about that. It's so tempting to play f4, as I was saying, because it's over there in the king side where you feel like you should be playing because there's kings over there, you can checkmate them. However, the right move positionally for white is queen side. Now, he's set up an outpost on c5, so it's particularly difficult to break this area of the board, but I can set it up and make it happen. I can do this, just watch. I think I'm going to leave this the way it is. I can't really improve things much more in this area. Guess I should have played h3 long ago. So a3, a4, b4, hitting the knight, en passant, take, and then he gets the free thing. So let's go a3, b4, kick that knight out of there. Get some space over there where it counts because of this pawn chain going this direction. Okay, everything's changed with this trade. I can king h1, rook g1. Start to think about the queen side, king side. Did I say queen side? I meant king side, definitely king side. I've got problems. The h3 square is hard to defend. I wish I could get king g1, king h1, rook g1, king over, rook over, and bishop f1 played in time to hold everything together, but I can't quite. If I play it, he's queen over immediately. King up would be a big mistake because the knight has a great outpost here on f4. So let's get this going as quick as we can. Yeah, this is a great outpost for him because my pawns are now doubled up. I cannot kick that knight in either direction. So he's going to set up his knight there. I just have to live with that for now. But I can pull bishop f1 if necessary. How are we doing in the tournament? How do I get to the tournament? Do I click Whirly Arena? That's fun. I'm in the Whirly Arena, and the winner right now is nobody. Everyone has 2 points. This is not a very fair tournament. I'll block that off, I guess. Cover f4 a little bit better. Disable the queen f3 to danger. I've got bishop f1 to kick that out, so I think holding things together here for now. And now c7's not guarded, so I can start to scare him with knight b5. A little bit of, not a big scare, but a small scare, right? I also have b4. He hasn't managed to get a4 in, which would really help solidify his knight. The rook pawn working with the knight really, really work together. This is synergy, if you know what I mean. Whoops, not anymore. But it can be considered synergy if you can get the pawn to a4, because it does a good job keeping the opponent from kicking that knight away with a pawn. Oh, news in the chat. Ornikar. Just as you asked for years ago, this now auto-updates over here on the left. So this area right here automatically updates. That's what auto-updating is. I think take with the pawn? What do you think, guys? Take with pawn, take with queen? If I take with queen, I can always... Oh, I should probably take with queen. Yeah. If I take with pawn, I've got an open file, but maybe I don't need that open file. I'll take with the pawn. It's kind of fun. Queen is probably better. I mean, why mess up your pawn chain if you don't have to? I've got double pawns here, but now look how strong the center is. Very strong. My bishop's going to get trapped. Oh no, my bishop. No. I have to play f4 myself, don't I? That would be crazy move. That would be stupid crazy because the bishop opened up on this diagonal. It would be pretty painful. But how do I save that bishop? I guess I should have taken with queen so I could queen f1 just in time to kick his queen out and allow bishop. No, the bishop is still trapped that way. My bishop is doomed. And all because I didn't play h3 guides. It's all because of that. Now I'm hurting. I'm finding the only way to save this bishop is to lose a bunch of stuff. So I'll lose a bunch of stuff with f4. I have to win this game to win the tournament, obviously, because with so few games in the tournament, because the tournament is short and the time control is long, probably the winner will win all his games. That's my guess. Not looking so good now. Oh, I lost a piece? That's terrible. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to win a piece. I got it backwards. So rook g3. Being down a piece is pretty painful. Maybe I should play rook takes g6. I think he played bishop g7 to cover this pawn. There's problems, definitely problems in this position. But it's a little bit unstable here still. Got some spicy moves. Obviously I need to save this rook. So I think that should be my next move, is to save this rook. So let's do that. With the attack on the bishop. Rook g1, pretty nice looking. I didn't even see this. I didn't even see myself getting skewered in the face. This is like a queen. Oh, I'll move my queen. I'll lose my rook. Move the rook. Oh, I'll just get checkmated. H2 is pretty much checkmate here. So that's a nice bishop. It's not like he's at a bishop. It's like he's at a boss. This bishop is a boss. And I'm more like an employee than anything else right now. I guess I have to resign. Good game, Grandmaster Edwin. I was very unhappy by you trapping my bishop here. This f5 move. And look, it's exactly what I was talking about the whole game. Is this f5 being so good for him. And then when he plays it, I'm just totally caught off guard. Like, oh, he played f5. Amazing. All right? It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. But it's good. What's happening here? Oh, no. I just joined the next game and failed it. Because I was in another browser tab. I was in the tournament room. So, of course, it jumped into the game right away and gave me 15 seconds and forfeited me. Look at this. I just lost against Japas Thuma. I just lost that game. Look what happened in it. White didn't move, black is victorious. That's not a lot of moves. I don't know. It's not even fair. Is he going to take advantage of that to win the tournament? Let's take a peek. He is in last place. Why doesn't he have a win for that? Is this not auto-updating? I mean, I would think that somebody who just beat me for a forfeit shouldn't have 0 points. Just circle everything on my screen. Oh no, he loses again. Down 51. Well, it's a pretty popular tournament now. There's 25 people and I'm in 3rd place. Pretty good considering. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I won that game by forfeit? Man, this is not making sense. So let's look at that last game. I won that game. J. Paul Stuma is not at his computer. He's simply going around and forfeiting. So white didn't move, black's victorious. Wait a minute, I'm black. Mind blown. I won that game by not being at the table because my opponent wasn't at the table first. Whew. So now we get to play the tournament leader, Freddy 1201. This is what it's all about. This is not really what the tournament is all about, but it is all about the chess. We at least get a nice high-level game between a 2,000 rated and a 1,600 rated player. Let's just copy him. I can't lose if I make all the moves he makes. It's like, whoa, my position's not that bad, but it's the same as yours. So I'm going to win or draw. Yeah, we'll just make the same moves. Oh, a3. Should I copy that with a6? No, stupid move. I'm actually not going to copy you because that's dumb. E4? E4? This is weird, man. You're just picking random pawns and then moving them a random number of squares. I could play e5 and we'd have equally horrible holes. Or I could not play e5 and you'd be the one with the horrible hole. Not going to identify which hole that is exactly. But there is a green circle around it right now. I try not to talk about holes on ChessWhiz TV. It's not always appropriate. d6. d6, of course. d6. I'm not being cray-cray with my pawns. I'm moving them forward like a normal person. So I've always got bishop. So bishop d4 now or castle? He's got f3, which it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does kick my bishop away. I think he's playing f4. So I'll castle. Maybe he'll play f4. Of course, at any time, I might throw e5 out and just close everything. I'll do that. I'm not any worse than him. He did the same thing with his pawns, so it seems pretty even to me still. In fact, the only differences right now is that he played knight there, and I played knight there, which is kind of opposite there. Kind of the opposite there, if you know what I mean. Zygotic fan says bg4 f3 is good for white. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for that tip. He says, when I was considering this and against f3, I should have done it. Thanks for the tip, bro. Or sister, because obviously there are multiple females in the chess scene, and some of them have internet access. Actually, I think there's only 2, and only 1 has internet access, so it's pretty safe to say that bro is who told me that, as opposed to, thanks for the tip, sis. You never hear that. You never hear that, not in chess anyway. Not to be sexist, but it's mostly guys on this website. It's just a fact. And I don't blame them. I don't blame anybody. I'm not that kind of person, you know. I'm not the kind of person who says it's time to start blaming. Why did I play h5? I don't know. I was thinking about how many women are in chess, or lack thereof. And while I thought about that, h5 came to mind, so I just played h5. I don't know. We got the icebreaker going in chat, cracking somebody up. Capture toward the center. That's an important rule of chess. Is if you got a choice about your pawns, which one should you capture with? Always capture toward the center unless you shouldn't. It's a simple, simple rule that you should always follow. Is that a free bishop? No. If I take that bishop, I lose my queen. Changed my mind about taking that bishop. Just about now is when I decided that. Not taking the bishop would be better than taking it. Scare him. I'll just move here and scare him a little bit. He's going to play f4. He's going to have the way more active pieces. Oh, so smart. I didn't even see this trick. He's pinned my bishop to my rook. Now I have not got any rook. Oh. Fancy Knight Man wants motivation to work out. I'm not sure if that'll work over the internet. It's kind of like saying, can you please send me a cheese sandwich? I would really like that. That does not fit in my email box, nor does motivation to work out. So, sorry that didn't work out, if you get the pun. Yeah, I should have taken the knight, right? He says, should have taken the knight. No, I'm going to go back and show you why that would have been stupid too. If I take the knight, then pawn takes me. My bishop is not trapped. Oh, I thought it was. I thought my bishop would be trapped, but I could play bishop f5 and not be trapped. Never mind, you're smarter than me. Or are you smarter than I? The grammar Nazi strikes back. I've got a free pawn followed by a bam. There's a check. That kind of hurts me. Oh, this is falling apart so fast. This is really falling apart. Is my bishop? My bishop's kind of trapped now, isn't it? It feels trapped. Because queen h5 check just forks off everything. If you lose a game, do 20 push-ups. Ooh, that sounds motivating. Very motivating. Motivating to not lose any games. It's not very motivating to do push-ups. It's not like, yes, if I lose, I'll do push-ups. I'm so glad I'm about to do push-ups. No, that is not motivating. But I am staring at this, and it's not getting any better. Oh, you checked me. I was hoping you wouldn't see that move. I only have one rook. It's kind of like a man with one leg here. I'm a man with a wooden leg named Smith, and I'm from the movie Mary Poppins. Rook h8, pre-moved. That's what I can do. At least I can pre-move. I might be losing everything. I resign. So that was really clever, that bishop h6. Let's rewind to the cool part of this game right here. King h7 blunder. I do need to capture this, but with the bishop, guys, or the knight. Just capture it, right? Because this pin is pinning my bishop, so I can't guard the knight. That's a pretty good trick. Too bad I didn't do that on him. Would have been twice as cool. It was a pretty cool trick. So Freddie is now way out there with 4 wins, no losses. Like I said, you basically don't lose any game. You basically win this tournament. So Freddie is showing us how it's done. Rondep, not even up there. He's way down here with... Okay, he complains that the tournament is slow, but I think it's actually Rondep that's slow since he's only finished 1 game in like 45 minutes. Let's go take a look at his game. Rondep, are you still in your first game? Second? Yeah, there you are in your second game playing Irish. Irish, this game would go a little quicker. And look at that. He's in a draw. He's probably going to play another half hour there with his increment. Oh, it's a Sicilian attack. Let's bishop out. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, Irish. Oh, wait, but this isn't a draw. Look at the kings. They're all weird. Which side is white on? This is white. White's going up the board. So I figure he can win or not. Yeah, I think he can win this. Oh, bad news. Rondep is black. I guess Rondep will not win. He may or may not lose, but he won't win. It's a draw. It's definitely a draw. Take, king. Definitely a draw. No, it's definitely a... Wait, I want to check this out. Why are you going that way, man? Whoa. You lose. I guess you lose either way. Let me rewind a little bit. You definitely lose here. But I wonder if here, here, I think you're okay here. Wow, bad defense, Rondep, because take and you get this pawn. Wow, why did you run away from the white pawn? You didn't have to do that. You could have played this way. But then what if here next? I know I'm running out of time in the other game, but this is interesting. Eventually the king comes around and takes you. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so king over, white pawn up, king waits, around, up, here, too slow. It's a loss. Wow, interesting game when Rondep finishes 2 games. That's amazing. Good job, Rondep. Let's just trade this bishop for this knight, double up his pawns, and play a Sicilian. All right. Well, that's too bad for Rondep. So much play, so much lose. He's now not on the front page anymore. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, yes. He's finished 3 games. I really can't keep track. There's so much chess going on my screen. Let's bring out my pieces. In this position specifically, the queen can go queen e1, queen h4. It's kind of fun to do that, especially if black fianchettos. Not so much if he doesn't, maybe. But you don't often get to play queen e1 because you don't know when to play it. But in this position, in this opening, you can do that. Super Bueb is mad. He must have lost a half-hour game. Sorry, guys, the tournament is slow. At least we're learning, right? Who was it that asked for this tournament? So you guys, by the way, can get to the ChessWhiz TV forum, team forum. It's kind of secret, but if you go in community here, there's a button called Team. Now, I realize it's behind my cool logo, so let me hide that. Okay, so community, teams. You see that right there? Right up there? Let me make my mouse pointer visible. Teams. You can go there and find the ChessWhiz TV team. That's how you can request awesomeness from the Wiz. Don't play bishop e3. That's the one thing. Anything but bishop e3. Let's just castle. Seems fine. If take, knight can take. You'll have bad isolated pawns. So you go to teams. You ignore the tournament in progress sign. Scroll down. Scroll. Okay, stop scrolling. You go to the search box and you type TV. What teams have TV in the name? Well, ChessViz TV, ChessVisant, UHD has still 1 members. They've had 1 members for a year. The Tokyo Alliance has 2 members, and ChessViz TV 230 members. That's definitely the team you want. Jump in here. You can write in the forums. Look at this Tournament Classical. Azuaga requested it. Now, unfortunately, Azuaga is not even in the tournament, right? Is there a search for Azuaga? There's not. I bet Azuaga's not even in here. Let's check. Not the first page, not the second page, not the third page. So Azuaga recommends that we have this tournament, and he doesn't join. Rondep frown. Actually, let's do a crying face. Quote symbols. There we go. It's funny, I'm not crying out of the correct eyeball. I'm crying out of the eye that's not tearing up. But such is semicolons. You get what you pay for. Queen e1 now. I talked about queen e1. Queen e1 being good. Queen e1 is good. Let's play queen e1. It's good. Queen e1. Done. I did it. Okay, so you can join this team. Click join. I don't know where it is. And then you can post in here and be like, you know what we should do next episode, guys? We should do the same thing, only slower, because I was so annoyed, but I wasn't maximally annoyed. So if we slowed it down a little bit, then I could be more annoyed. Let's try it and see what happens. Yeah, you can do that. Also, if you go to the website, which the URL is up there, it says chesswiz.tv. Let's go there. Chesswiz.tv. Waiting for opponent. This slow opponent. He's probably just trying to lag me out. I'm browsing to chesswiz.tv right now. Here I am, chesswiz.tv. There's a connect button behind these chess pieces. Let's put my cool logo back on. And if you click that, you can get to all the cool things. I mean, there's the twitch.tv link. Click that at 6 p.m. GMT Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's a YouTube archive where you can find every episode known to man and some that are not yet known to man. There's the forums link. That's where I just showed you. And then you can support the show too. Don't forget, guys, I'm not doing this for free, except I kind of am doing it for free. You can send me Bitcoin tips, which are really popular right now. The price of Bitcoin is up. So too bad you don't have any Bitcoin. Then you could tip some to me and keep some for yourself. Because at the time of this recording, one Bitcoin costs $250, which is a lot of dollars for something that doesn't really exist, if you know what I mean. How them Bitcoins doing, you know? I think King H1. I mean, this is not a comfortable diagonal. Yeah, King H1. There we go. Problem solved. Yeah, or you can just donate via Patreon or PayPal. Any way you want to send me money. I will not complain. I really will just say, oh, fine, if you insist. I'm not even going to complain. I'll just take your money. And then I will beef up the show with extra beef just for you. And I'll give you a shout out. I'll be like, out shout to so-and-so supporting the show. I don't usually even talk about the fact that you can support the show because I really get annoyed by shows that are spamming themselves, you know, full of advertisements and those kinds of things. So I just try to keep that out of the show. I make it pure Chess Whiz. And then if you want to support, you can. I don't even tell people that. I just randomly told you because it was on that menu. Otherwise, it would have completely gone over the head like a UFO. G6. That's kind of strange. He already had a bishop coming out this way, but now he's made it possible for his bishop to come out this way. Stop drawing. That's a lot of ways. You really can't take advantage of all those opportunities with one bishop. But okay. I think a b3, bishop a3. Just because he's going to be so annoyed when he goes to Fianchetto and he's like, great, I can't guard my c-pawn. I think it would be fun to annoy my opponent. Also, I can't bring my bishop out yet or I'll lose my b-pawn. That's not too pleasant. Another option is queen h4. I mean, that's what I had planned. But after bishop g7, I'm not sure what I would do next. So let's play b3. Now, it does weaken this diagonal severely. There's definitely some weakness on this diagonal. Very weak. Ooh, f5 recommended in the chat. That's a cool move for sure. Probably should have played f5, right? He hasn't even castled, and I could be playing f5. Yeah, f5. I would have preferred f5 if I'd seen it. Because it's power. All right, he's got 2 ways to capture and 0 safe ways to capture. Oh, I could play it now. I could play bishop a3 and lose my f-pawn. I could play f5 right now. Did I mention I could play f5? f5 takes. I can't take with this pawn because it's pinned. So I take with my... Okay, maybe I shouldn't play f5. Because then he could capture that way. Ooh, you guys see that? f5 and then trade here on this square. And then g takes f5. I think I'd not only lose a pawn, but I also lose my dignity. For that, I should probably not even play f5. I would play queen h4, but bishop g7 really, really hurts on this diagonal. Oh. Chat kibitzers are letting me cheat. They're giving me good advice, right? Either good or bad advice, I can't tell, but the advice is to take e6 at any moment that I can. So takes me, takes him. Look at that. Oh, I lose my knight. Oh, you lose your king. It'll get exciting. So let's just see how far my pawn can go. Maybe I can capture his king with this guy before it promotes or as it promotes. Who knows? Maybe he won't notice it's check. It's going to get spicy here. F5 is definitely a tactical move. You know, I feel good about F5 because I've castled and I've moved my king like twice, a lot of times. Where his king, it's never moved. I mean, maybe it moved last game, but it's been there a long time. So that means it's time to target that thing. It has not had time to escape the center. Bishop G7. Interesting. Interesting. So now bishop a3 is a little more possible. I mean, f4 is no longer something I need to guard. And this pawn is definitely weak after knight a4. I got some targets going in here. That's kind of fun to draw those arrows because it looks like a flight maneuver or something like that. Take e6, take d5, take bam, bam, bam. This looks pretty good. If I just start taking things, something's going to give. Let's take this way. Chesswiz, accept my challenge. Oh, look, a bunch of challenges. Rondep, Rondep, and Rondep want to challenge me. Those are interesting. Maybe we should play all three at the same time. Do 1 second per move. That would be 1/3 of a second per move on average if we played 3 games at once. So now take. He's pinned. This is going to be crushing. Kind of dangerous because Trey's here, but look at that. When I recapture, I've got his rook under attack. So let's just see how it goes. Oh. Discovered defense. Discovered defense. That did not work at all. He had these horrible pawns. Now he's got good pawns. I didn't even see his queen would discover me. Didn't even see it. So now bishop e2 or bishop a3 or... This is stupid. I lost my advantage with f5. I blame you, pants. I blame your pants. Or I blame you, and you are your pants. I can take this pawn for free, but my rook becomes en prise when I do. That's French. It means it's gone. I actually don't think bishop b2 is that useful. That would hurt, though. Look at that. If bishop a3 and queen a5 hitting my bishop and my knight at the same time, then I would really feel foolish. So maybe bishop d2. This is pathetic. Sad, sad, sad result. My attack fizzled out. Like a firecracker that fizzles out. That's the kind. I'm mad, bro. Zygatic wants to know if I'm mad. Definitely mad. Definitely. I checked. I just checked. Let me check again. Yep, still mad. You got to watch out for the latency there. Sometimes it's like you think you're mad, but there's a delay, and you're actually not mad. Stupid position. This is stupid. Look at this awesome center he has. And why does he deserve such a center? He doesn't. Let's just get out of the pin. Stupid. Stupid. Rook d1. Oh, good. Now my rook can guard my bishop. And if the bishop moves, I'll be guarding my pawn. This is great. No, it's stupid. And it's all your fault, internet people. I was never going to play the moves. Oh, well, fortunately, we're running out of time on the clock. 1:17 for me, 1:17 for him. That's good because I am pretty speedy. I'm looking forward to outspeedstering him. If knight e5, then he takes my rook check, and then I lose my knight, so don't do that. If knight a4, then I'm out on the rim looking dim. What about queen h4? Queen h4 looking better. Yeah, it's the best of the bad options we've considered so far. He's definitely wanted to play e5, so... Oh, not there, not there. Don't go there. Don't even hover. We'll probably have some kind of mouse slip. Don't even hover. It's kind of like don't even think about it, but it's for the new age when everything is computery. When will we have touchscreens where when your finger gets kind of close, it's considered hovering? Right? Because I don't like this Boolean stuff where you're either touching it or you're not. It's too old-fashioned. Oh, great. I'm out of time. I gotta play chess, and I gotta play it now. I like touchscreens where you're kind of close, and it's like, well, I guess you're hovering, and then you get a little closer, and it's like, well, that's a light press. Apple came out with their new MacBook, 12-inch MacBook, and they've got this new mode. It's called force press, which means nothing. It's a really stupid term. However, if you press it really hard, it's different than if you don't. That's the feature. I'm getting some more spam in my box. I don't like this at all. Not at all. But my queen has nowhere to go. Stupid game of chess. No time, no nothing. Stupid, stupid chess. My queen's trapped. My queen's actually trapped. I can't rescue my queen. That should save it, right? I was running out of time and I was realizing that after e5, after e5, my queen will be captured and I cannot save her. So let's at least not lose the queen, and then we can worry about where to move the chess pieces afterward. Okay, 6 seconds left for the rest of the game. That seems reasonable. I can handle that. You know why? Oh, my knight! I was guarded. The last I checked, it was guarded. There was some latency in the brain, and suddenly it wasn't guarded. Maybe Matsitsi is not very good at faster chess, though. Yeah, look at that. His lightning rating is lower than his fire rating, which is lower than his sand timer rating. So that means, with the lowest of all being the quickest of all, he's likely to blunder right now, I hope. I'm hanging in there. I'm hoping he's blundering. Come on, blunder. Oh, yeah, you don't have any time, so think longer. Long and hard. That's what you should think. Think long and think hard. Not going to make the pun on that one. Come on, think longer. Yes, very long. Yes, now think hard. Yes, 4 seconds of thinking will do the trick. 4 seconds ought to do it. 2 seconds. Oh, I'm out of time. One of us is out of time. He has 6 seconds now. Blunder more. This isn't working. There goes my thing. Now I need that. Blunder faster. You're not blundering fast enough. I need better blunders. 4 seconds. Pre-move. Pre-move. Pre-moves and pre-moves. Come on. Oh no, I'm going to lose my queen. No, if I wasn't losing my queen, I'd be checkmating you. But instead, okay, I'll still keep playing. Maybe he'll run out of time still. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. And pre-move over here. You'll never stop me. 2 second increment is not enough for you because you're on a touchpad, right? Yes, you're on a touchpad and it's so slow. You will lose. On time. Now you have 10 seconds, and now you only have 11, and now you only have 12. This is not good. I resign. Oh, I didn't resign quick enough. And look, 8 seconds left in the tournament. Pathetic ending. Just losing my knight on g5. Oh well. Oh well. At least it was the internet's fault for telling me f5 was a good idea. Well, the tournament's over and Freddie wins. What a surprise. I enjoyed that tournament. Definitely enjoyed. Definitely learned a few things. Hopefully you guys learned a few things. I enjoyed it. Let's take a look at the results. First place, Freddie1201. Second place, Dr. Complain. There's like more messages in chat from Mr. Complain here than everyone else put together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 messages, okay, from him. And most of his messages say, hey, I'm complaining. I'm on the internet and I'm complaining because that's what people on the internet do, right? And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 messages that aren't from Mr. Complainer. So I think he should forfeit his 2 trophy. There's 2 right on there for that because complainers shouldn't get 2 trophies. They shouldn't get any. Ruddy in third place. Congratulations, Ruddy. You had an 80% win rate, which is 4 out of 5 games, and I definitely say good job for that. Your rating went way up, 39 points up. Let's make sure my rating went up, and it did, 26 points. Kind of sad, considering how underrated I am. I'm 1588. But 2 losses and 3 wins was good enough to boost the rating. The reason, by the way, that my rating is so low in standard chess is because once upon a time, simultaneous exhibitions, which is playing a lot of games at the same time, was not a special feature of this website. Instead, you had to just create many games at the same time. And of course, being the chess whiz I am, I made them all rated. So I would play 10 games, 15 games at the same time, all of them rated. As you can expect, I didn't do that well. So that's kind of where my standard rating came from, because I can't stand slow chess. It gives me a headache in the brain. So that's, well, okay, other than this episode, which was just wonderful. But that explains why my rating would be low, because this is like simultaneous games, all of them. But now, tournament pressure, clearly I can't win because of the tournament pressure. So if only I were sitting down in a calm room. I wonder how many games I've played in my life. 9,793. That's a lot of games. Huh. Interesting. That's the end. That's the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, live broadcast. You can also find older episodes on the YouTube channel. Funny thing about older episodes is they have younger Chesswiz in them. And the younger episodes have older Chesswiz. Time's really weird. If I could only escape the time continuum, then I would probably die. This has been Chesswiz TV. Thanks for watching.